Hey everybody, welcome to day 4 of the challenge. We are almost graduating off of the floor, so that is super exciting, but not quite yet. We have more flexibility-based training, and we're going to throw in a little bit of abs because with the floor comes a lot of ab work. So I wanted to start to introduce you to core work. We're also going to be working the hamstrings and the hips, and a lot of bridges as well. So glute strength will definitely play in today and working on those back bending skills. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Grab 2 blocks and a strap. You will need all of those things today. So if you want to pause and go ahead and grab those, I'll let you do that, and I'll meet you in child's pose on the mat. See you in a second. Hey everybody, welcome to day 3 of the Yoga for Beginners challenge. We're going to start in a wide knee child's pose and then roll forward onto your belly. So we're going to be building off of the last couple days of flow. So if you haven't done those, go ahead and start there. Push up on your hands and come down, keeping your core engaged. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and I'm showing you the different heights. You can go all the way up. You can barely lift. It's just about as far as you can go safely without pain in your low back, which comes from core engagement. Keep lifting and lowering. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Bring your forehead into your hands. You can kick your legs a little bit. Just take a second and breathe and rest. Now go ahead and push back into child's pose and then round forward into Cobra. Roll to your belly. Core engagement, lift and arch back to child's. Roll forward into Cobra, onto your belly. Back to Cobra, arch back into child's. Round forward, belly. Push up into Cobra, arch back into child's, round forward into Cobra, down to your belly. Push up into Cobra, arch back into child's, round forward into Cobra, and belly. I keep trying to fix my glasses because these glasses are a little big. It's not meant for this movement. So arch forward now into Cobra, belly. This one will probably feel a little bit more awkward, but keep trying. And then round back. Arch forward, belly, round back, child's, arch forward, belly, round back, child's, arch forward, Cobra, belly, round back, child's, arch forward, Cobra, and belly. Great job. So prop yourself on your elbows here for a second. You're going to take your right arm bent to the side and you're going to bring your foot behind you. You can either stay there or you can put a block there to elevate the floor and place your toe on that block if it just feels a little bit far for you. Beautiful. Now switch sides. You can use the block on that side or you can do what I'm doing and just place your toe on the mat. The closer the toe is to your foot, the easier it'll be, and the higher up towards your shoulder, the harder it's going to be. Back to center. You're going to place both hands in the back of your head. This is going to be hard, and you're going to lift and lower using your back strength. So having a strong back, keep lifting and lowering, is so important for flexibility to not cause pain in the future. So lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. And just rest and breathe for a second. I'm going to kick my legs. You're welcome to do that or do something else. Just melt into the earth and breathe. We're going to do that one more time now. Hands on the back of the head. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Try and keep your toes down. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Forehead down. Now go ahead and grab for the left foot. You can wrap a strap around that foot if it's a little bit hard to reach, or you can bring it further in and flip your grip as I just showed, and I'll show it again on the other side. I filmed this at night, so the quality may be a little bit worse than the other challenge video, so I will work in the future to film this during the day. It comes out a lot better, I know. Switch sides, like I said, you're going to grab your foot either with the strap or flip your grip and bring it all the way in. Really good quad stretch here. Beautiful. So push on out of that, come to the center of your mat, extend your arms to the sky and place them at your heart. I'm going to place one hand on my heart, one hand on my low belly, and just breathe. Breathe and breathe. Great job. So come on into your back now. We're going to be doing a lot of strength and bridge. Place your hands on the mat. You're going to take your feet wide. So you're going to see how they're on the edges of the mat here. Toes slightly pointed out and lift. We're going to lift and lower 10 times. So lift, lower, 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 lift, lower. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make circles with the hips. So big circle around, just circling. We're going to do 5 one way and then 5 the other, and I'll cue you to switch directions. Go ahead and switch directions now, doing 5 in the opposite direction. You're going to start to feel this in the booty as we keep it going. Now keep your hips up and you're going to lift and lower your toes. You're going to feel this in your calf. Lift, lower, 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 and drop. Great job. Bring your knees to your chest. Just rock side to side. You can take your feet in and out. And then out and in. Beautiful. Go ahead and plant your legs. We're going to do this 2 more rounds. So stick with me here. I promise it's worth it. Lift and lower, 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 lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Do 5 circles one direction. 5 circles the other direction. We're halfway through this challenge, or this flow today. Keeping your hips up, lift and lower your heels 10 times. Lift, 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 lift. You're doing great. Lift and drop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a twist, bring my knees to my chest, drop them to the side and look in the opposite direction, extending both of my arms. Great recovery exercise here. Then switch directions, dropping my feet to the other side and looking over that opposite shoulder. One more round. Last round, you got it. Lift, lower, 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 lift, lower. And circles 5 in one direction. Five in the other direction. Then lift and lower those heels. Lift, 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 and drop. Awesome job. Great job. Extend your arms, arch your back, stretch out that belly. Make any adjustments you need to. Extend your legs to the sky, flex your toes. And then you're going to reach for your toes. So we're going to do this 20 times. Really good core exercise here. Try and keep your core in and reach. Reach. If you can't reach your toes, don't worry. Just reach up as high as you can. You're still getting good work. Lift, 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 lift. Beautiful. Now plant your feet on the mat, keeping your shoulders off the mat. You're going to shimmy side to side, trying to touch both ankles. This looks easy, but it burns. Just shifting side to side 20 times. So it's going to be 20 for both exercises. We're going to rest here in just a moment. Go ahead and stop and rest. Shake it out a little bit, breathing, feeling your heartbeat in your chest. One more round, okay? So flex your toes, lift them. You can do some wrist circles before we start. I did a few in one direction, a few in the other direction, flicked my hands a few times. Shake it out and then lift, 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 lift. Don't neglect those wrists. Lift, 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 lift. Dying here. Lift. You got this. I'm struggling with you. Lift, 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 lift. Beautiful. Kind of fell off track during the holidays a little bit. Not off track. I just chose to spend a little bit less time on fitness and healthy eating and more time on fun and family and good food. So just getting back into it. You know, just getting healthy again, losing those little bit of holiday pounds and just having fun. So we're doing it together. Shimming side to side 20 times. Beautiful. You can arch your back just to stretch it out. I want you to grab the band now. You can use a yoga strap. This is just what I had on hand. I didn't want to go grab my band my strap out of the garage. Wrap it around your foot. You're going to bring that into your chest. So you don't have to pull that band in at all. Your leg can be straight up from the hip. I want you to focus on keeping your leg straight. I could be engaging more here. So there you go, I fix it. So like it's much better to have your leg further out and straight than further in bent. Now go ahead and pulse it in 10 times. With pulsing, think of using your muscles to pulse and not just yanking the band in and out. That can be unsafe. You want to be strengthening the muscles. Beautiful. So we're going to switch. Again, we're going to be lifting that foot to the sky with the strap around the foot. You can keep it where I'm showing on screen right now, all the way up, as long as the leg is straight, or pulling it in. But again, if pulling it in means your leg starts to bend, you want to let it out a little bit further. We're focusing on a straight leg here. And then pulse in using the muscles and not the band to yank. That can actually be unsafe. Beautiful. Extend the feet to the sky and do some circles in one direction. Circles in the other direction. Last couple minutes of this flow here. Flex point, 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 flex point. And then you're going to grab the outsides of your feet and pull your knees down outside of your hips and do happy baby. If you can't get your feet down very far, that is no problem at all. We're here to stretch. You can shift side to side if that's comfortable. You can also place a block under your hip if you would like, under your lower back, sorry. Beautiful. Now bring your feet together so you're in like a reverse butterfly here, but legs elevated. Perfect. So I'm going to grab a block. I'm going to demonstrate what I meant by putting a block under your lower back. This feels so good. I highly recommend. So block under the low back. Bring your feet back together in that butterfly and just shift side to side. Plant your feet on the edges of the mat and bring your knees in. This is going to be an amazing low back release, really good for sore back or body in general. Honestly, it's very relaxing. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much.
Great job on day 3 today. I know we got a little bit more into strength. You crushed it. Awesome job. Should be sure to stick with it. I promise you by the end of this challenge, you're going to be feeling a lot more flexible and confident in your yoga practice. If you do have any poses that I've been doing that you're really not sure about your form or how to do it or what I'm doing, please drop it in the comments below. I will reply or make a video response. I want to make sure you're understanding the basics of what we're doing. That's the whole point of this challenge. So if you don't, let me know and I will definitely respond with the appropriate way to show you. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Bye.